What's going on YouTube? Blinded by Skate with Team Perfect Circle here, bringing you a list of decks that I think are going to be up in the top this next format. Everybody knows the new ban list hurt Lightsworn and hurt Zombies pretty well, but they're still possible to get up there. So let's go ahead and take a gander at the decks that I think are going to be up in the top. First off, Blackwings. Blackwings didn't really lose much with the list. They lost one Whirlwind. That's really nothing too bad. It slows it down a little bit, but they're still going to be up there. People are going to be able to swarm with them and synchro summon with them and all kinds of crazy nonsense like that. So Blackwings or Blackwing variants are definitely going to be ones to look out for, just like they are now. Next up, we've got Gadgets. I love Gadgets. Gadgets were always a fun anti-meta deck to run. They were always just the ones that were splashed into different regionals or things like that, and you just weren't expecting it. But now with Smashing Ground at 3, Cyber Dragon at 2, things like that, I think people are going to be running more Gadgets. They're going to with the format slowed down like it is. Gadgets may have a chance to be top tier deck, like they should be. Gadgets are always fun. They're control based. They're just fun to run. Next, we've got Gladiator Beasts. Gladiator Beasts are control-based. You can swarm with them if you need to. They can control the entire field at once. If you've got Rataris and War Chariots, Heraclinos, Instant Gazaris for blowing up 2 cards, things like that. Good field presence, big toolbox of tricks they can do. Just a fun deck all around. With the format slowing down, I think Gladiator Beasts are going to be able to pop up the top 1 again, back to the way they were before Teledad hit. After Glads, we've got Monarchs. With Dandelion and Treeborn both going to 2, I do think Monarchs are going to be something to watch out for. 2 Treeborn in Grave is an awesome thing for anybody who's not set any magic or trap cards. You get 2 free monsters back, you can sack one of them for a Monarch, just use the Monarch's effect to abuse your opponents. Go Raza, spin something to where they can't use it. Just all kinds of crazy stuff like that. Monarchs were always pretty fun to run. They haven't really been top tier material in a little while, but I think this next format that they're going to be able to achieve that goal again. Next up, something that we're all not looking for, Lightsworn. Like I said earlier, Lightsworn did get hit pretty bad with the ban list, losing Necro Gardenas and Luminas and Honest and all kinds of things like that. But there are going to be people out there trying to, perfect the new Lightsworn to where they can still run it the way that they kind of used to, but not as bad as it would be, because the format's going to slow down. Lightsworn's not going to be able to swarm as bad as it used to, but it's still going to be something to watch out for, as well as Twilight builds with people splashing in Dark Monsters with the Lightsworn deck, the rest of the Lightsworn that they have left. I think Twilight may take the place of Lightsworn. If not, then I don't know how well Lightsworn will personally do with all these hits from the ban list to it. So again, that's just something that we need to look out for. After that, we've got Gravekeepers. With the new cards coming out of the new pack for Gravekeepers, I do think Gravekeepers are going to have a chance to try to become top tier again. Descendant was a really good card for Gravekeepers, able to blow up anything you want to, as well as Gravekeeper Stele, which gives you your own graveyard presence, it gives you your own graveyard control. It helped out a lot with Gravekeepers. I've been running a Gravekeeper deck in my local for the past 1 or 2 locals, and they've seemed to do pretty well. Necro Valley is always a good card against anybody, because anybody who has a graveyard, which is everybody, you're going to want to be able to access that graveyard for all kinds of different things. And if you can't access the graveyard, you're lost of options that you can do. So I think Gravekeepers are definitely going to be something to watch out for. And the last deck that I want to talk about is Cyber Dragon Machine deck, any of those kind of variants. With Cyber Dragon going to 2, my card. With Cyber Dragon going to 2, I do think there's going to be a lot of different rogue, Cyber Dragon, or Machine kind of decks running around there, trying to abuse the double Cyber Dragon as much as possible, trying to get out the fusions as fast as possible, because the fusions, if can get out, are pretty broke. A lot of them are, not all of them, but Chimeratech Fortress Dragon is an amazing card if you can get it out on the field. And again, with the double Cyber Dragon, I think it'll happen. Plus, with Cyber Dragon Zwei out, taking the place of a Cyber Dragon with an okay attack, okay effect. But yeah, I think they're definitely going to have to be something to watch out for, possibly. And that's all the decks that I want to talk about for this format, but there is one more thing that I want to talk about. It's not necessarily something to worry about this format, but the next pack is pretty much what this one's about. That's Infernities. I don't know too much about Infernities except for you can't have any cards in your hand to activate their effects, which in all honesty sounds very awkward to me, but it sounds very cool. Sounds kind of control-y, to where you have to watch your own plays before you watch your opponents, because otherwise your monsters are just going to get hit and ran over. So I don't know too much about Infernities, but they're definitely something to watch out for. So do your research up on them, figure out what's up with them, and yeah, that's definitely something we need to watch out for in the future. So those are definitely the decks that I think are going to be top tier material. Personally, I'm going to go for Glads or Gravekeepers, because those are two fun decks that I love to run. If you guys got any comments or anything like that, feel free to leave comments, rate. You can PM me about any questions or anything like that. We can go discussions about the decks. You can tell me about what decks you guys think maybe top material if you don't agree with some of my choices. But yeah. So please rate, comment, talk to me. This is Blinded by Skate. I'm out.